Me live, and to those that be joining me on archive, I'm being joined by the one and the only Ashy Knuckles. What's going on, Ashy?
What's happening, D-Style, man? Good Tuesday. You know how we do.
Tuesday night, get this boxing talk, and it's also a Tuesday night where we have an upcoming, big event, a pay-per-view event. Hosted by Fox, Spence Porter. We'll talk about that a little later, but it's going to be interesting. Now, for those listening on archive, okay, make sure you throw a jab at the like button. All right, let's get the likes up. It gives the channel more visibility, and also make sure you visit www.mandatorydefense.com. You can see it right under there for boxing updates. How's the website going, Ashley?
Shit, tedious as hell. It's fight week. So it's a lot of stuff I got to sort through.
Yeah.
Email getting clogged up with a bunch of stuff. So it'd be a whole lot easier. When I build this team, if the newcomers who come aboard know HTML, but that's neither here or there.
I hear you. Well, you guys, make sure you visit the website, show some support, and subscribe to Ashy Knuckles here on YouTube. Okay, for your boxing breakdowns. All right. With that said, also, guys, make sure you tune into yesterday's show, man. Cat said on archive, Reggie Owens, G Funk, and Stormy B, man. Okay, we all had a panel here. Great show. Check that out. Right, and tomorrow I'll be live with G Funk. Okay, who's in the chat right now. We're going to be bringing Mexican Latino Wednesdays. Now, look at that. Just change the day.
Right. That'll be on fire right there.
Speaking of Latinos. A
lot of stuff to choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Latinos and Mexicans, Robert Guerrero is still fighting, Ash. I thought this dude was done after what Molina did to him. I thought he was done. He's going to be fighting Jerry Thomas. Not very familiar with Jerry Thomas myself, to be honest with you, but the fact that Robert Guerrero is still out there, still fighting. And I saw an interview of his where, I don't know if you saw it, where he said, well, I'm just not going to slug it out no more. I'm going to go back
to boxing.
Boxing, right?
Yeah.
What do you get out of that? And do you think he has any shot at all of making a comeback?
Well, that in itself remains to be seen. But I mean, at least he got a strategy, he got a plan. And when he was at 126 pounds, he was a pretty decent boxer. But I think as he began to feel himself as a fighter and accrue world championships, and certain fighters wouldn't face him, and he was a genuine tough guy, even though they was kind of building him as a baby face, kind of. I think it was with main events at first, and he started changing his game and start going after these guys. You know what I'm saying? And it worked for as long as it lasted. But once he got, I think didn't he get stopped by Figueroa? Didn't Figueroa stop him?
Yeah,
I think Figueroa stopped him, and that was the breaking point at the end. And at least he did take some time off. But you know how fighters are. I think Bernard Hopkins said it best. He says the ring retires fighters. Fighters don't retire from the ring. In other words, somebody gonna beat your ass into retirement. So if that's what it takes for Robert Guerrero, then he'll be one of the long list of fighters who went that path. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know much about Jerry Thomas either, but I do know a lot about Robert Guerrero, and I know he's gonna give it a good go. Yeah, and if he doesn't succeed on the, with this opportunity on the large stage, then it may be the beginning of the end.
This segment is brought to you by Sharpie, by the way. Okay, check it out, man. Check out this Sharpie collection, bro. Look at this. Look at the Sharpies. Look at that.
Yeah.
Just bringing it to a whole nother level. All right. I'm waiting for that check. I'm ready for that check, Sharpie. Right.
And a commercial.
Yeah, we need a commercial. Absolutely. Great points, Ashy, by Robert Guerrero, man. I got to tell you, man, he did not look good in that. When I saw that Figueroa fight,
yeah,
I genuinely felt like this dude needs to retire. All right. Now, granted that's you don't make a decision based off of that, obviously, and he knows himself better than we do, right?
Right.
So if he feels like, you know what, I was just fighting dumb, and if I go back to what made me me, then maybe I could make a run at this. I don't think he can, but he's going to give it a go, man. He's going to give it a go. We'll see where it goes. I don't think he's ever touching another world title again, in my opinion. Okay. Okay. But then again, there's regular titles and interim
Oh,
titles,
yeah.
and
Fuck yeah.
so
Diamond titles and silver titles and yeah.
title, Mayan titles. There's all types
Yeah.
of titles. So he
Love this
might get that title, right? What's up to No Paul? $4.99 to the super chat. He says, salute to everyone. No Paul in the house. Absolutely. Okay, just a quick roll call here. Jay Good in the house. What's going on, man?
Good. What's happening? LDBC up in this thing.
In the house for sure. Haplotype in the house. What's going on, Haplotype?
Haplotype. What's happening?
Marcus Johnson. Salute to D-Style in chat. Jay Cooley. Salute D-Style and Ashy Knuckles plus the chat. What's
All
going
day.
on, bro? Definitely.
Right back there.
Chief Funk says Guerrero changed his style when he moved to 147. He did, but it was successful though.
Yeah.
Like he caught, I think anyway, he caught what's his name, Berto, like off guard. Yeah, I don't think Berto was expecting that dude to show up like that, And I think Guerrero was trying to get a Mayweather fight because it's like he knew what to do when Berto tried to use the shell. He wasn't using it correctly anyway. Like the dude's elbow was like stick. It was weird. Okay, but he,
I don't know what the hell made Berto to even try that.
It was going like this.
As soon as the fight started, he coming out like that. I'm like, man, this dude lost his damn mind.
I remember Guerrero just went like this, and he was like, I don't know if he was wondering, is this a trap or like what? All right, and he just did it over top. Boom, landed. Dropped him. Didn't he drop him?
Drop Berto?
Yeah.
If it wasn't Guerrero, it was Ortiz.
All right, yeah.
I know Guerrero beat the hell out of him.
Yeah, Guerrero just went at him, bro, and then he just closed distance. I remember the eyes. That's what I remember.
Yeah, that's right. And not too long after that, Tony Morgan would be relieved of his duties as a chief second, which I didn't really like. I thought Tony Morgan brought him through the amateurs and took him professional, won a world title. I mean, soon as you lose, when a storm comes, you just can't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just get rid of everybody who made you who you were, because it took Berto a long time to even get back to where he is. Where really is he now, though? So yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I do agree that he was even at 135, he was still like boxing,
Yeah.
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 I mean, he was, he looked good against aggressive fighters. I remember like Katsides, he beat the shit out of Katsides. You know what I mean? And for those that don't remember, like Katsides, he got knocked out, but he gave Marcus hell of a fight.
Yeah, he's strong.
And I remember look, I don't want to say Marcus ducked him, but he wasn't in a rush to fight Robert Guerrero. You know what I mean?
Right.
Guerrero was calling him out.
That's a damn good point too.
Hey, speaking of call outs, what are your thoughts on Gary Russell calling out? Or I know your thoughts on that, but the response
or lack thereof.
He said, "Oh, so big deal."
Bro, I was actually surprised. We already know Leo Santa Cruz's demeanor. He even killed the whole time, every time. You know what I'm saying? But I really thought this would be the tipping point because of the nature of the call out. Putting your hands on that man's father. Because soon as the video was released, it was a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Dudes were saying all type of stuff, and I'm like, hold up.
So it worked. It did what it was
supposed
worked.
to do. Exactly, it did what it was supposed to do. So I'm like, if his fans are going ape shit over this video, due to the fact that was his pops, he's got to be even turned up to the third power, worse than them. And for him to basically avoid the smoke, in other words, I don't even know what to say about the dude, man. You're a three-time world champion or 3-division world champion, and you're scared. I don't want to say scared. My style. I don't believe fighters are scared. I think anybody who is brave enough to take punches to the head in sparring and in a fight, it's not much difference between the top fighters in terms of
Yeah.
punches taken to the head. A punch is a punch, right?
Yep.
But it damn sure make it look like he's, very hesitant to get in the ring with him. And I'm thinking maybe it's because of him getting that smoke from the amateurs when Gary Russell put them hands on him in the amateurs. It has an effect. Remember Shane Mosley and Vernon Forrest, but at least Shane Mosley fought Vernon Forrest as a professional. He just didn't beat him in the amateurs or in the pros, but he gave him the opportunity for a fight. I don't know if that's what Santa Cruz is trying to do. But it's a bad look for him, man. I mean, God, dog, where are your balls at, man? You're Mexican, for Christ's sake, man. When the hell do Mexicans turn down smoke?
Well, look,
Let's be
MBT
honest. You know what I'm saying?
MBT says, "Good day, gents." All right,
Yeah.
and Kenneth Johnson, salute to D-Style Ashy. What's going on, man?
Look good.
Here's what I'll say about that, bro. Okay, dude, you're Mexican and you're a man. Okay. Look, I get. Leo said, "Oh, it's no big deal. He doesn't know who he is, and he wasn't gonna do anything to my dad anyway." Like, dude, like you're missing a point, bro. Like they
Right.
called you out, bro. They called you a ducker in front of your dad while your dad was just there.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
like he said, "Stop ducking me." Like with that
Yeah.
dad with your dad, bro. Like seriously, dude.
All them chains.
And he makes a good point. Like, why can't he find you? Like, well, how could he? Like, you know what I mean? Like, where do you go when Gary Russell's around? What's going on? Like, what do you go? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, bro. It's like that kid that shows up to school and he wants to make sure where the bully's at. Like, I'm gonna go this way. Why? Like, no, I just gotta go this way. You know?
Yeah. That's a bad look.
I'm just saying, man. Where do you go, bro? Where do you go? And what do you need? Just to clarify, Guerrero dropped Berto 2 times in round 1 and 2. Shout out to everyone in the chat. These sound Ashy Knuckles. Absolutely. There you go. I thought I remembered a knockdown because it was kind of surprising. But
yeah. Okay.
Because Berto was like, I'm going to use this Philly shell all of a sudden.
Damn fool.
Come on, bro. All right. Anyway, yeah, Santa Cruz, you got to do something, bro. Like, I thought it was gonna like show up and get in Russell's face and tell him to leave his dad out of it or something. That's what I thought it was gonna do.
Yeah.
Right. Or even if look, not everyone's the same. Not everyone's a trash talker and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like just go the Chavez route. Say, hey, I let my fist do the talking. Okay. Okay, we'll get in we'll settle in the ring. You could do it a lot of ways, but this dude did none of the above.
You know what's startling about the whole thing?
Yep.
The fact that when Tank Davis was talking that shit on Twitter, that he had an immediate response for Tank. Tank said, "I'll pull up." Santa Cruz say, "Pull up and watch what happened to you." Gary Russell takes it several times further than what Tank took it. Tank just talking on Twitter. Gary Russell, touch your pops. And this dude had nothing but pleasantries for Gary Russell. So you know what that make it seem like the stuff Gary Russell was saying in that video Barbershop Conversations did when he was like, they know I'm a beast. They know I'm an ape out here in these streets. It make it seem like he's right. You know what I'm saying? It really does. It gives credence to what Gary Russell is saying. So his star is going to blow up a little bit more because you got a 3-division world champion just basically not wanting that work,
It is bizarre, man. And unless I hear in the next couple of days the fight sign, it's not a good look. Okay, we need to hear something. We need to hear something soon. Okay, soon. Okay, like Santa Cruz, like you need to do something soon. Like you got called out, bro. You got to do something, right? So
and that video went viral. It had hundreds of thousands of views
in a day.
You're right, and that's just one person. There was several people that posted it.
People sharing it. People
sharing
about it. Like we're talking about it right now. And
right.
78 TV's talking about it, and DStyleBoxing's talking about it.
Yep.
Everybody's talking about it. Ashy Knuckles made a video about it. I mean, everybody's making videos about it. I mean, just add everything up, bro. I guarantee you over 1 million people.
I wouldn't
all up have heard about it. Okay. and you know that's that, man. You know,
His fans know about it. That's the big thing. How are they going to react when their fighter is about to face another opponent? What are they going to say?
yeah,
What are they going to tell them? You know, are they going to even? Is it even going to matter? I don't know.
yeah. I mean, look, even like Canelo didn't want to like, you know, people could say what they want, but Lara just showed up to the press conference and it pissed off Canelo. But guess what?
They fought.
He fought him. He said, "Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm tired of this dude following. He's a fucking menace. I'm tired of him following me around. So I got to fight him." Okay,
Right.
isn't that the first thing to teach you? Like when you go, like I got taught that. Like when you grow up, even if like somebody bigger is trying to pick on you,
Yeah.
you fight them, and they'll leave you
Right.
alone after that.
Right.
Okay,
Well, I got a son myself, and he's a, he not like me. You know what I'm saying? At all. He a straight bookworm, and I'm not trying to take him from being that. You know what I'm saying? But when it come to somebody picking on him, I'm like, look, if somebody choose you, and y'all got to do it, whether you win or lose, you just make sure you get yours in. You know what I'm saying? So he already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? But so far so good on that front. I don't know what the hell they teaching over there in his section, bro. Straight up.
I mean Santa Cruz went to go tell a teacher is what he went to go do. Okay, he said go talk to the man. He went to go tell a teacher, bro. I'm just saying that's what he went to do.
No.
Schoolyard in the schoolyard. He told a teacher. All right, that's what he did. All right, but that's it. Make sure you guys throw a jab at the like button, especially because I know the ones watching live already pressed it, right? But so those on archive, make sure you press that, man. Um, dude, a fight that's and look, man, I've been, you know, I always say John Molina needs to retire because he's taking so much punishment. But even though I say that, like I'll watch the dude fight. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
indeed, man.
And he's gonna fight Josito Lopez. And the
Ooh,
more I think about it, this is a 10 round fight. This could be like this year's like Gotti Ward or something, bro. Like
without question.
this could be
Without
the fight of the year. It's possible. Well, what do you think about this fight?
I think you're on to something, man, because um, they are a mirror reflection of each other in terms of action. They both come to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, John Molina, he has a pretty good chin. He takes some big shots, but he also can throw some big shots. Not the most skillful guy out there, but whatever he does has worked because with the limited skills that he brings to the ring, he has knocked off a couple of guys like Mickey Bay. You know what I'm saying? Mickey Bay went on to win a world title, I believe, after John Molina beat him. You know what I'm saying? Um, and we floated a term around. What was that last time we were on the air? Gatekeeper. And he has been a gatekeeper for quite some time. If you can't beat John Molina, you can forget about being any threat in any division that he's in. You know what I'm saying? Most importantly, 140 pounds. But Josecito Lopez, I guess he can have that same label too, because he's tough. He comes to fight. He's not ducking fades. I mean, shoot, he didn't go up and fight Canelo once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, God, dog. I mean,
after he broke Ortiz's jaw and Ortiz
he
quit.
broke Ortiz's jaw, right? And hey, like I said, he comes to do it. He has a big heart. He's from Riverside. I think he come out of the same gym as Chris Areola, and he's been in some pretty good scraps, man. And I'm looking forward to an explosive fight. I think Josecito Lopez is a little bit more skillful than John Molina. I think John Molina hits a little bit harder than Josecito Lopez. Josecito Lopez also takes a good shot. I don't see a knockout happening in this fight. I think it's going 12 rounds, but I think it's going 12 explosive, action-packed rounds. And you're going to hear a lot of oohs and ahs in the crowd, man. Both guys going to show a whole lot of heart, and it may be some blood spilled before we even get to the main event.
They're gonna be artists, bro. They're gonna paint the canvas. Okay,
Yeah.
like this is gonna be a hell of a fight, too. Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you guys, this is gonna be like Josecito Lopez always comes to fight. You can say the same thing about John Molina. They're gonna bring it, and both of them don't have the best defense in the world.
Exactly.
Okay? And they're both gonna like what they see in front of them. Okay, and they're going to see a target that's not easy to hit, but it's going to come back twice as much. So, by the way, shout out to Stormy B Man. By the way, it was on yesterday. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel.
Yeah, shout out Stormy B, man. Old school.
Man, dude, this fight might be the fight of the year. Okay, like this is a type of fight they would put on old school boxing after dark. You know what I mean? On one of those main events, and that's what we're gonna get here. This is a hell of
boxing after dark.
Yeah,
seen it in a long time.
I don't know if the Guerrero fight's going to start this, or they're going to have it on the regular on Fox or something, the prelims or whatever. But I think Josito Lopez John Molina is opening the card, right? So if you guys are watching this pay per view with some friends and family, you got to have them in front of the TV for this fight.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the don't bitch about not getting a good fight. Okay, because you pay for this. All right.
Right.
Like, man, we didn't get a good fight. Yeah, you did. Right, you got Molina versus Josito Lopez, right? Who do you think's gonna win, bro? I got Lopez, but who do you got?
Yeah, I have to go Lopez. I think he's fresher out of the two. John Molina been through some straight up wars, man. He's definitely battle tested, but he's been through some wars. He's taken some heavy bombs in his career. Josito Lopez too. You know what I'm saying? But I think out of the two, he may have a little bit more to offer as far as what's left going forward in his career. I don't see either one in particular making a run for a world title. Given whoever the winner is in this particular fight, their status is their status. I believe, win or lose. You know what I'm saying? But I probably have to go Josito Lopez by decision. I don't know if all three judges are going to see it the same, or it'd be a majority decision or whatever, or split decision. But I wouldn't be surprised if Molina pulled it out either. But no, I think Josito Lopez, he's a tough guy, man. He's a tough one, man. You got to beat his ass, and that's just the way he's built. And I'm not sure if Molina can get that done. Not for the 12, man.
I mean, a lot of Josito Lopez's biggest wins, he outwilled the other dude.
Somebody, that's right.
You know what I mean? Lopez has beat guys that were more skilled than him.
Yeah.
Like Victor Ortiz.
Skill was never his problem.
No,
that was never Victor Ortiz's problem. He could fight, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
He didn't have the fighter's temperament. You know what I'm saying? He'd pack it in whenever adversity comes. Go ahead, DStyle.
Well, he went the Freddy Krueger strategy against Victor Ortiz. That's all you got to do to Victor Ortiz. Just get in his head. Okay.
Exactly.
That's what Freddy Krueger does. He just gets in your head, right? So that's all you got to do to him. Now that's not going to work against John Molina. Like you're not going to scare John Molina out of the ring.
No,
you know what I mean? Like John Molina's dude. Like I believe this dude will fight with a broken jaw. Okay, like I do. I think he would. So none of these guys got quit in them, bro. They're going to go at it. And Molina didn't look that bad against Figueroa. So we're going to see.
Yeah.
I got Lopez in a very action-packed fight. And then who knows, man? We might have like a trilogy or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Man, that's too much, man. I'm looking forward to it now.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a close one that the people are going to ask for it, or the promoters are going to give it to us anyway, regardless if we ask or not. If it's a good one, you can always throw it on the undercard.
So if Molina's a gatekeeper, Josito Lopez coming for the keys of the gate.
Yeah,
give me those keys. I'm the gatekeeper now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We fight for the gatekeeper status.
Yeah, he's coming for those keys, Molina. He's coming for the keys of the gate. Molina ain't gonna just relinquish them. Gonna beat the shit out of this dude, right? Let me tell you something. If some dude walked up to Molina's dad and did that video,
it's on.
It's on. Josito Lopez, same shit.
Same. Oh, probably even worse, even quicker.
Yeah, absolutely. This dude might not even wait for the boxing fight. All right. Mm-hmm. So, with that said, man, you got any final thoughts on this fight, Ashy?
I think it was brilliant for them to put it on this undercard, especially with the fight being in LA. I think everybody in California knows what these guys come to do, so it was a good look throwing it on the undercard as a card filler.
Yeah, and a seat filler.
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
start filling up those seats early. 'Cause that's one of the problems with boxing pay-per-views. Big Dog Willie in the house. What's going on, man? We got
Was
Nelson
good.
Santos. A salute Dragon, and he says to smash that damn like button. Make sure you guys hit that like button. All right, especially those watching on archive. All right. Look at that. G Funk's got Josito Lopez. And of course, we got boxing conversations with Reggie Owens. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel. I want to talk about this fight, man. The Dog versus La Bandera Roja. All right. Anthony Dirrell versus David Benavidez. Dirrell's 33-1-1. Lost to Bottle Jack a couple years back. Benavidez invicto, undefeated, 21-0, 18 knockouts. He has an 86% knockout ratio, although I think Dirrell's fought, the better competition in fairness throughout his career. Look, man, and Michigan stand up, by the way, okay? Does Michigan have any other champions? Is this it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so, man. I think. Clarissa Shields.
Well, they got Clarissa. Okay, there you go. So it's not the end of the world then. Like, you're not going to be like Puerto Rico, right?
They lacking right
now. Unless they want to claim, what's her name? What's the girl's name again?
Oh, Serrano.
Yeah, they can claim Serrano.
Well, she claimed them, so.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Is that what we're doing now? We're counting the women championships for these.
I'm just trying not to be trying to exclude anybody.
Is that what we're doing now, folks? But in all seriousness, this fight, bro. Look, I'm favoring Benavidez.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised how people are just brushing off Anthony Dirrell. Like he's just gonna. It's just a foregone conclusion. He's gonna lose. Mike, great. I think it's a tough fight for Benavidez.
I think so too. You want me to go first, or?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man. This is by far the toughest guy he would have on his record. I mean, I believe Benavidez' last fight, he looked great, but he fought against Jalen Love. No disrespect, but to me, I think outside of Floyd, the money team was trash. So I expected Benavidez to walk right through Jalen Love. No, like I said, no disrespect, but
I had EJ Smith for a while. He's all right.
He was trash too, but he was like another gatekeeper, at least until he won a world title, and then he had a status then. So,
well, we got Jillian Love. You want to say something, Ashy? You want to talk to you, bro? What's going on? What's up?
Hey, sorry, man. I got to call it like I see it, man. I call it like I see it. The ring made me say it, man. The ring sort the facts out, And I at least thought he would put up somewhat of a fight, but soon as Benavidez saw he can hurt him, he saw blood like a wounded deer, and he pounced on him. You know what I'm saying? Like a male lion. I don't want to say like a lioness, but the dude, he's a big 168-pound guy. He got very, very fast hands. He got heavy hands. He got big punching power. I love his punch selection, punch placement. He punches in combination. And so far, he's just been blowing out everybody, man. Nobody's been able to withstand that power. Like you said, 86% of guys going to sleep. That's very impressive, amongst the bigger guys. But, he's going to be in there with somebody who really is a dog. Now, like I said in a video I did on my channel, that this Dirrell was always thought to be the less talented of the Dirrell brothers. And it's probably true because Andre Dirrell, he was pretty damn good, and his biggest claim to fame outside of finally securing a world title was his sparring matches, because I heard he had beat the brakes off of Chad Dawson when Chad Dawson was at the height of his career. So that was saying something, you know what I'm saying? But it never translated into wins in his professional career. But Anthony Dirrell, even though he's thought of as the lesser Dirrell, he's accomplished more. And that's because he's just a genuine tough guy from Michigan. You know what I'm saying? And like Benavidez, he also has a decent punch. He can punch. You know what I'm saying? He has a stiff jab. And he's, like I said, he's tough, man. He's fought with cuts. He's fought against tough guys. Sakio Bika has never been a guy that's easy to look good against because he always in your chest throwing bombs at you. He was a guy who nobody really wanted to face at 168 pounds, but due to the fact that the talent pool wasn't just deep as hell, eventually the major guys had to go and see him. And he also fought Badu Jack, and he's battle tested, man. So even if there's some adversity that faces Anthony Dirrell, it wouldn't surprise me if he was able to overcome and get back into the fight and make it a very tough night for the young Benavidez, who has not had to dig yet. He hadn't had somebody to bring him into that water. Anthony Dirrell beat cancer, so I don't think there's anything that he's afraid of. I think he has everything to win in this fight, because if he beat Benavidez, he becomes the guy. You know what I'm saying? And a fight against him against Caleb Plant becomes more appealing, or him against Billy Joe Saunders or any of the champions, it becomes that much more appealing. So I think it's a great fight for both, because if Benavidez beats Dirrell, he will become champion again for the second time, and he would also knocked off somebody where you can no longer look at a Benavidez and be like, well, you beat everybody you're supposed to beat. He would have beaten somebody now. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I still see Benavidez winning the fight. He's the younger guy. He has the better attributes, and I do think he'll be able to overcome what Dirrell brings to the table. But we'll have to see.
Well, to your point about people saying that his brother Andre Dirrell was better, dude, people thought he was better than Andre Ward in the Super Six.
That's right.
Like, people are like, oh no, the American got to look out for is Andre Dirrell,
right?
Not Andre Ward,
or Jermaine Taylor,
Right. And it's not like I argue with people, but I just, it was, I was real high on Ward. You know what I mean?
The whole time, yeah, you have.
But I wasn't counting Dirrell out. You know what I mean? Like I knew the dude was talented. But sometimes, man, like it's the thing about a boxing fight, and when guys are in that ring, man, things are tested in there, like character, okay,
yeah,
and will to win, like things you can't measure. You can't like you have to actually follow these guys and watch fight by fight to kind of understand. You can't see it on BoxRec or Wikipedia. You got to actually see it. I always felt that even though he wasn't as talented in terms of putting combinations together, the technical aspect of it, right, I did feel like Dirrell was that pure boxer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anthony was his nickname says it all, but the dude was a fighter, bro.
He's a fighter. That's right.
Like, he's a fighter, right? Like this, like he has a little more tenacity than his brother. You know what I mean?
True.
And that's the one thing I always noticed. So you could say he's a better fighter than his brother, right? Sure, if you had a both shadow box, you could probably look at Andre Dirrell and say, man, he's more talented. Look at him. You could have him hit mitts and stuff like that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But man, in that ring, there's just something about Anthony Dirrell that there's no quitting this guy
at all.
There is no giving up on. And by the way, quitting isn't always okay. I'm done, Victor Ortiz style, and I don't want to fight anymore. Okay, quitting can be, I'm just going to try and survive for the rest of this fight because I have no shot of winning this fight. You know what I mean? And that's just not in Anthony Dirrell. Okay, now because of that, I think he might get stopped late in this fight, right? Because he's going to keep coming. He's going to be trying to win. He's not going to go on survival mode. And I think they might stop this fight late. Benavidez, man, pretty solid puncher, pretty solid speed. The only thing he doesn't have, and the reason I'm giving Anthony somewhat of a shot here, is he doesn't have the best jab in the world, Benavidez. He doesn't have the best jab in the world, so you never know. He might pull it out of the holster and, what's up, DStyle? You know what I mean? Like, you never know. But
right.
But I don't know. I don't think he has a good enough jab to keep Dirrell off of him
for
12 rounds. It's gonna be there's gonna be some close rounds in there. They're gonna be exchanging a lot, and they're gonna be smiling at each other after round one. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
just watch because they both know they're gonna be in a fight. So I got Benavidez by a late round stoppage.
I wonder how he's gonna behave if he gets hurt. That'll be interesting too. If that ever happens, So
because sometimes dudes get hurt and you find out a lot about them, don't you?
That's right. That's right.
So and how's he going to behave when he's hitting somebody and they're not reacting the way everybody else reacts?
Right. You punch him. You hit a guy with your Sunday punch, and he's just smiling at you. That's a damn good point.
Yeah, because some fighters they don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Or it kind of I don't want to say it scares them, but messes with their head a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what happened to Juanma against Salido.
Mm-hmm.
He was hitting Salido with everything, and Salido was still coming. And I think he was like, "What do I got to do?" So
keep fighting.
Yeah,
keep fighting.
Keep fighting. So you got Benavidez' decision, Ashy?
Yeah, I got Benavidez. I don't know if Benavidez' decision, man. I think Dirrell he's a tough guy, man. It's kind of hard to say he's gonna get knocked out, man, because he got a certain amount of resolve in him that's you really don't see out of a whole lot of fighters, And like I said, he's a genuine tough guy up in there. Fight with cuts, fight against the big guys. Has taken hellacious bombs, and it didn't even phase him, Yep. And I think it's a possibility that if Benavidez is what a lot of people think he is, he could put on a performance, but it'll be the distance. You know what I'm saying? It'll be the whole 12 rounds, a 12-round display. It won't be a quick one, man. But he definitely thinks so. He's talking about breaking his ribs in the first couple of rounds, send him into the hospital. But that's what happened when you in there with powder puffs. So we'll see if he could do it against Dirrell.
Well, AJ 10's got 8-4. Wait, what was it that happened? I'm trying to remember. I know there was something like the uncle punched somebody in the ring.
Oh yeah, it was Uzgatiki. Uzgatiki, who beat or he may have fouled Andre Dirrell in their first fight.
Okay.
And the fight got stopped. I think Dirrell was already champion. Andre Dirrell, he was already a champion. So he got to retain his belt. And after the fight, his uncle walked over there like he was going to, show professionalism and shake the hands of the other cornermen, which he was doing until he got a clear shot at Uzgatiki. And he hit his ass with a mean ass right hand.
Shit. I remember that, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Don't try that with Benavidez, though. Okay.
Nah, that wouldn't. No, you probably have to get. Yeah, you got to get that smoke if you hit Benavidez.
Yeah.
Uzgatiki was trying to fight in the States more often. He was trying to appeal himself to the American audience and the networks. So I think he was more appalled about it than anything because we already know he can fight. You know what I'm saying? But he had this look on his face like, what do I do? I'm puzzled. So.
Man. Well, Santa Cruz better step up if one of his uncles decides to go after, like somebody's got to, stand up for your dad, bro. Like, I guess I'm going to have to go fight him.
Man.
Right?
Or, a trainer. Oh, that is his dad. Fuck. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe one of his fans will, fight in this place. That's crazy, man.
That's going to walk out with Gary Russell Jr., bro, to the ring.
Oh, man. Could you imagine, man?
Fuck my son. He didn't stand up for me. Imagine that shit, God.
Gary Russell got a sombrero and a poncho on.
Yeah, Tyson Fury style.
Yeah, Tyson Fury style.
Man.
Speaking of Tyson Fury, did you see the numbers for his fight?
No, what happened?
Jake from Jake Donovan from Boxing Scene posted it on Twitter. It was like not even $1 million off of the ticket sales.
Yikes.
I think he only sold like a shade over 3,000 tickets, not even a whole million. grossed at the gate. Just a terrible outing for the Mexican Independence Day weekend. I guess Bob Arum should know now. You just can't sell anything to the Mexican audience, which held boxing down for so many years. I mean, they're not stupid, man. They know what they like. They know what they don't like.
You tell me the Mexicans didn't show up in droves?
Oh man, nah.
No, they just wow.
No, not at all. They wasn't feeling it. The whole vibe, with Tyson Fury wearing the colors. You had another guy on the undercard. I think he was from England too, and he was doing the same shit Tyson Fury was doing, but he didn't get any TV time or press time. But he was trying to appeal to the Mexican audience too, and it just didn't work, man.
It just comes off as pandering, and it's obvious. That's what it is.
I'm wondering why are you? Well, I don't want to. I guess I could bring it up, but why not appeal to the white audience?
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
but by the way, let me give you an example, okay?
How you cross over? So
look, there's a lot of white fight fans that sometimes feel like, well, I can't like white fighters the way you like Mexican fighters. That's not true. That's true at all.
You want.
Look, Cali Pavlik had a white fan base, okay?
Yeah.
From Youngstown, right? Well, why did they? Because they could relate to him. He was one of them. He was a blue collar, working class dude from Youngstown, Ohio, bro. All right. Just to show you guys the support this guy got, right? Ohio State was playing on a Saturday night, right? Like that's your team over there. They're big on football over there, right? College football. Like I forgot what the numbers were, but it was like 6,000 or 7,000, whatever it was, that traveled from Youngstown, Ohio, over to Las Vegas to watch this guy fight. I forgot what fight it was, though. I'm trying to remember what fight it was, but they showed up to watch the guy fight.
Yeah,
to support him. Might have been the Bernard Hopkins fight. But
that's a bad one to have to go travel to see.
but right. Man, I don't know if it was that one. I'm trying to remember which one it was, but a bunch of people showed up, and
Taylor probably.
No one called those white fans of Pavlik racist or anything like that.
No.
That's not what makes you racist. What makes you racist is when you start a channel up, okay, and you're trying to tell everybody else what they should or should not do. That's what makes you racist.
When you say racist shit.
All right. Yeah, that makes you racist. It's not following white fighters. That doesn't make you racist.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. You follow whoever you want to folloh, But don't get mad at people because they're not backing your fighter in the way that you do. That was the problem with not the Pacquiao fans, but the Pac-tards. If you didn't literally worship Manny Pacquiao, you had problems with them. Not the Pacquiao fans, but the Pac-tards. You know what I'm saying? You went through that era. You went through that with us, with all of us. So that was by far probably one of the worst group of fans I've ever encountered in the sport of boxing. And I've been through a lot of eras with a lot of rabid-ass fans. De La Hoya has some crazy fans, but they weren't nearly that bad. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. Not at all. Not by a long shot. That was probably the worst.
Dude, I think they are the worst.
Yeah.
People don't remember how bad they were. I don't
think.
They
were terrible, man.
All right. It was bad. It was really, really bad. I remember the comments on Ash's videos and Blood's videos, and I remember that. Okay.
Even Joe Habib got called out real bad. He talked about his mom. He had the picture of him. Yeah,
I remember that. I forgot about that, but you reminded me. Yeah,
for real.
Dude, I forgot so much fucked up shit that happened in that era. I swear. Right? Those dudes. It was worth it though. You remember my old school, my first channel, Dragon Style?
Yeah.
They took my channel down, bro. Okay, because dude, you know how long I waited for that dude to get knocked out? And it's unfair to Pacquiao because Pacquiao's a good dude. You know what I mean? But when Pacquiao got knocked out by Marcus, bro, right? I let him have it, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right.
Oh, is that a wound? Oh, well, it'll be a shame if somebody put some salt in that wound. those memes. But dude, I let him have it, bro. Like I videotaped the knockout.
Mm-hmm.
I was going, take that, mother. You know what I mean? I let him have it, and yeah, it had like that video had at least. I'm not even joking. It had like 100,000 views,
I wouldn't doubt it.
and it had like it was probably all from the Philippines, but dude, okay, or not just the Philippines, but just Pacquiao fans. You know what? The Philippine ones aren't even the bad ones. Actually,
No, not at all. Not at all.
it's the ones that act like they're Filipino, but like they're not.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give all the Filipinos a pass.
Right.
Okay, but there's bad
Marty,
apples.
I don't know if you remember Marty. Marty used to be in the community with us. He was from the Philippines. I forget the name of his channel, but you know how on my channel how it says Ashy Knuckles Boxing when the video play, he made that for me.
Oh, okay,
He was
okay.
cool. He was real cool. He was a cool cat.
Yeah, he was a cool cat. He was. He did some shit to me that wasn't cool, but it's all right. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
He apologized later, but
Oh,
and then actually no. It's not. It wasn't him. Let me take that back. It wasn't him. I forget the name of that dude. There was like another dude, bro.
yeah.
Right. That was I don't know, but I'll let it go. Marquez knocked him out anyway. Okay, so
Right.
yeah,
Impressive.
the copyright got copyrights and like it was
That's
crazy.
why my channel is the way it is. I don't know if you remember, but I used to upload fights before I start really breaking down fights,
Yeah,
like Tommy Hearn fights, Duran fights, and mine got flagged so much. Then I started doing breakdowns with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I don't know what, man. My channel is like in recluse, man. You gotta go through the barrels of YouTube to get to it. You know?
You're right.
Oh, it is what it is, man. I still like breaking down fights.
The old days was like the Wild West, bro. Okay, but
Hell yeah.
some things are better, some things are not. But overall, I think we're better off now.
Oh yeah.
But what are you gonna do? The big fight, man. All right, we've all talked this fight to death by now, but it's all right because it's a main event of a pay-per-view fight, big fight. All right, Errol Spence against Sean Porter, man. Both guys are the champion. Okay, both guys holding a strap, and Errol Spence 25-0, 21 knockouts, 29 years old. 30-2-1 by Sean Porter. We all know his two losses, right? To Keith Thurman and Cal Brook. Both very close fights. There's some people that to this day believe he won those fights.
Right.
I don't particularly agree with that, but it's debatable. How do you see this fight, Ashy? Like, how do you see this playing out? Have you changed your mind about anything? Has any clips changed your mind? Any interviews? Anything?
I did keep saying that I thought Sean Porter is going to try to box and throw everybody for a loop, and I've been holding that this whole time that he's going to do something that nobody think he's going to do. Everybody think he's going to bring the fight to Errol Spence's chest, and I thought he was going to box. And now that I think about it, I think he's going to do what everybody think he's going to do. He's going to go right at him, and it's going to be an explosion. And it's not going to be a walk in the park for either guy, especially early. I think round one, we're good. We're getting first round fill out. Bottom line, I think both of them are going to have some nerves going into that first round because it's a big fight. It's underneath the real bright lights. The P. Diddy sitting ringside, Martin Lawrence and LeBron, Kobe. So it's going to bring the real stars out. So nobody's going to be willing to really make that first move and be willing to make the mistake. But at some point within the first round, somebody gonna take a stab at it, and that's when it's gonna start up, and it's not gonna go backwards from that point on. The advantage has to go towards the southpaw because I've always stood on the fact that good southpaws rule boxing. Unless you know how to really fight a southpaw, and I'll touch on that in a minute. But Errol Spence being a taller, rangier guy, he's also strong and durable and strong enough to, withstand that pressure and that durability of Sean Porter, which is usually the detriment to the fighters that Sean Porter usually in the ring with. He's very technical. We know this, and he has a lot more range to his game than people was giving him credit for. He got heavy hands. He throws a lot of punches, but he is defensively responsible. He brings his hands back to protect from the return fire. And when you take when you take a step back, he taking 2 steps forward while punching, and that's just a dangerous recipe for anybody he in the ring with, because while you're waiting for an opportunity, he gonna keep you waiting, like he did against Mikey Garcia, who is a natural counterpuncher. There were no openings. Every opening he thought he saw, there was a punch right there with it. And he's not a guy who's predictable. He goes up and down like a true professional. He gonna touch that body. He gonna dig like he's looking for archaeological clues, Indiana Jones style. You know what I'm saying? But Sean Porter, man, he's a tough guy. He's gonna bring the fight. He's durable. He's conditioned. You know what I'm saying? He can go hard and go hard for the whole 12. He has a good chin, even though he, has a bad problem with fighting with his mouth open. Somebody needs to remind him to bite down on the mouthpiece. That could be a big factor in this fight too. If he gets hit by one of Errol Spence's big bombs, he can get that jaw broke. That's kind of amateurish, not biting down on your mouthpiece. How do you fight with your mouth open when you're in the trenches? Keith Thurman made him pay, but he didn't break that jaw. But since then, he hasn't stopped doing it. That's just a bad habit of his. He likes to square up with his opponents when it goes to the ropes. You don't square up against a southpaw. If you do that, you just present him with a big target for his straight left hand.
Yep.
But Sean Porter's gonna throw a lot of punches. He's gonna want to show Errol Spence that he's in there, and whatever that he does, that he has an answer for. I don't know if it's gonna be the right answer for whatever Errol Spence is gonna do, but he's gonna present an answer. And over the course of the fight, I think the body punches, the punch selection, the countering, and the fact that it's hard is very difficult to hit Errol Spence flush. I think it'll start to have an effect on Sean, and then we'll start to see Errol Spence start to take the fight over around round 5, round 6. And I think he may even push Sean down once. But if Sean go down, he getting up. He may even bust him up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But I think Sean Porter is a little too tough and got a whole lot of pride, and ain't no way in hell he leaving out of this fight without making his presence felt in the ring against Errol Spence. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's an accidental clash of heads due to the fact it's a style clash, righty versus lefty, with two guys who will come forward. So, don't be surprised if you see a Tyson Fury-esque cut on somebody's eyes or headbutts. So both guys going to have to show a whole lot of toughness in this fight, and I think both guys are genuine tough guys. So I think we're in for a great night of fights. But I'm actually with the majority on this one, man. I think Errol Spence is going to not necessarily dominate the whole fight, but I think he will begin to take the fight over and assert himself more. He is fresher. Let's get that understood. He has no ring wear. He hasn't been in no wars. I mean, he had a pretty tough fight with Kell Brook, but it wasn't too tough where he couldn't prevail and get the stoppage. And, I just see Errol Spence winning, man.
I think Fox is directing this question. You asked, do you think the headbutt will be accidental because of the stances or the way Porter fights?
Well, let's see. Whatever it is, we're going to send a Fox representative over to the corner to make sure the trainer in the corner knows if there's a cut that happens because of the headbutt, whether it's due to a headbutt or a punch. We're going to make sure that they're in the loop about that. Regardless if the referee went over there and told them, we're going to make sure our network representatives tell them.
And Stormy B-Man says, Ashy Knuckles, Evander Holyfield said he squared up against Moore in the second fight because it nullified his southpaw advantage in class, and it was extremely effective.
Right. Okay. Let me respond to that real quick. From a technical standpoint, what makes a southpaw have an advantage is his lead foot being on the outside of the lead foot of the orthodox fighter. And the southpaw is going to jab, and he's going to circle to the direction of his jab hand, which is to his right. The orthodox fighter, if he knows how to fight a southpaw, he needs to fight the southpaw the way the southpaw is facing him. But it doesn't feel right in the ring. It feels like it's awkward. The orthodox guy is supposed to go the direction of his jab hand, which is to the left. But if they're both going in the same direction, it makes it very awkward to land punches. So, in an effort to find openings, the orthodox guy usually goes to his right. And when he goes to his right, it's an attempt to square up. But when he brings the target into when he brings his target to his right, he's only stepping into the line of fire of the straight left. If this lead foot is on the outside of his lead foot and he moves to the direction of this left hand, that left hand can be placed anywhere on his body or on his head. That's the worst thing a right guy can, orthodox guy can do, is to square up with a southpaw. I don't know why it worked for Evander Holyfield, but Evander Holyfield is Evander Holyfield. Right. But I know from a technical standpoint that the orthodox fighter, the worst thing he can do, if he goes to his right, he don't need to go lateral. He need to go backwards a little bit and then go to his right. Get out of range. You know what I'm saying? But if he just goes to his right and squares up, he getting tagged. He getting tagged, point blank, period, man.
Marquez would tag Pacquiao all day with a right hand when he would square up.
Yeah.
Exactly. Marquez's right hand was that's why I laugh when people say that right hand was luck. All right. No. Luck. Are you kidding me? Luck. Like, dude, you got lucky and get knocked out all the other times. But
it's not a good look, man. You got to stay true.
I think,
right.
I haven't watched Holyfield more in a long time. The second fight, a long time. You know what I mean?
Oh, he beat more easily in the second fight.
So I got to rewatch it because I think there's probably more to him just squaring up. Like I think there was maybe for a second or something. I got to rewatch it. You know what I mean? But it'll be interesting. Great breakdown, by the way, by Ashy Knuckles. And that's why if you're not subscribed to Ashy Knuckles, what are you doing? Well, what's the matter with you guys? Not subscribed to Ashy Knuckles, right? But and he meant in close, in fairness. Not in class, but I think we kind of got it. Ashy points his NBT boxing, and he says, salute to Stormy B-Man. Right? Man, look.
NBT be having my ass rolling on Twitter, boy.
Dude, NBT, I swear to God, like I was like, where the hell is this guy? Like he was on YouTube, like doing his thing. Yeah. The dude disappears. I'm like, I guess NBT's is done with boxing ever since Horn got his ass whipped by Crawford. I don't know.
Oh man.
And then I go back to YouTube. I'm sorry, to Twitter. He's like the king of like boxing Twitter right now.
Oh, sure, man.
The dude gets more retweets than Steve Kim. All right, like what's going on, bro? I don't know. Plus, I think he's that Eddie Hearn account. That Eddie Hearn is that NBT?
Eddie Hearn, or
I think that's NBT boxing. I could be wrong, but I think that's him. I don't know. And he's picking on Dwyer, bro. Leave Dwyer alone, bro.
Oh man, those are killing me, man.
Look, I've been here for a while, bro. If they just took all the bad picks I had, I'd probably sound dumb too, right? So who knows?
Yeah.
But you know. But yeah, that one video was crazy. Speaking of Twitter, a puncher's chance. Okay, Ashy, follow him, and at DStyleBoxing, follow me. Dude, I think the body shots, because I do agree that Spence going to take over the fight or around, I think maybe a little earlier, like 6th, 7th round, but not here nor there. I think the body shots are going to kill. Put a killing on Porter.
Yeah.
I think Spence going to put some good body shots in there from rounds 1 and on. And I also believe Spence's jab is very underrated. And Porter's going to have trouble, man. He already falls on himself sometimes. With that jab in his face, dude, he's going to be off balance all the time. Porter's going to land some punches, but not many of them. I don't think he's going to be sitting on those punches a lot. Okay, because just think about, for Porter to sit on a punch and throw it and land it on Spence, I mean, a lot of things have to fall in order for that to happen. And he either has to do that or lunge in. And I think lunging in is a mistake. I think Spence going to make him pay every time he lunges in. And Spence just has to connect. Porter's going to give up. He's going to give him all that momentum, right? So, and actually, when somebody lunges in a lot,
wide open.
you're giving the power for them. You know what I mean?
Knock your own self out.
You just got to land it. That's all you got to do,
Yeah.
right? That's you don't believe me? Just run really fast against the wall. See what happens. Okay, but okay, if you don't believe me, all right. So I'm just saying, well, what's going on over here? MBT talking about Uncle Dwyer. What's going on? Okay, on the Richard Dwyer no context account. I knew it was. I knew it.
Oh,
The Fox. You see Dwyer burner account, Twitter account I started. It's got mid-range hookers in the cover photo. You know how I know like someone is someone like I should have known when you called me Dragon Style because only people that have been subscribed to me for a long time know that. Okay?
yeah.
I should have known ABT. Unbelievable. I didn't see it. I looked for it. Right. Remember, these opinions are a complete stranger online. Porter might get dropped once, maybe twice. I see him showing heart and surviving Spence by UD. That's possible. I mean, he could definitely survive. No doubt about that. Ashy, if he were to win, if Porter is to win, how do you like? What scenario do you see that happening?
It's not out of the realm of possibility. Let's put that out there right there. It's a fight. Anything can happen in a fight any night. You know what I'm saying? The likelihood is different. You know, we're dealing with probability of it happen. But if he wins, man, number one, he gonna have to have the better game plan. I could see him winning if Spence is on the wrong side of a major headbutt and bad cuts. He can win on that. If let's say Spence hurts his hands in a fight, I mean, just things that happen in a fight. He can hit him high off the top of his head and hurt his hand and be reluctant to throw it. He can have overtrained, man, and him being so big, trying to make weight, he can go in the ring the night of the fight and look flat. And if Sean Porter is the Sean Porter we know, full of energy and endurance, that's not going to get the job done against a Sean Porter. You need to be at your best, when you're facing him. So we've only seen Spence with elite conditioning and strength and skills and stuff like that. We never seen him have an off night. So if he has an off night or one or more of those factors that I brought up, I could definitely see Sean Porter winning the fight. Even if those things don't happen, Sean Porter can win the fight. We're talking about two world-class fighters. And the ring is going to sort that out. Not what anything Ashy Knuckles say or D-Style say. Is what happens on the night of that fight between these two combatants. But I don't foresee Sean winning, but it can happen. I'm not going to sit here and act like Sean doesn't have a chance. He got more than even a puncher's chance. It's just the likelihood of it happening is slim to none, but unlikely.
The thing about Spence, though, is that the dude is left-hand dominant, okay? And that right jab is on point, okay?
Yeah.
Like usually it's like, you remember like De La Hoya had like a good stiff power jab, okay? But that was his dominant hand. That was his left hand.
And
he was left-hand dominant.
Ooh, that hook off of that jab was nasty, too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. The thing about Spence is, man, he's left-hand dominant, but that right jab is on point, and his right hook ain't that bad either.
No, not at all. He don't have a bad punch.
Yeah, so he has enough to keep dudes off of him, man. And I think that's – and if Porter's going to get through it, of course. The Archer is not enough to keep him off, but when he gets to the castle, man, that molding pot's coming. Okay, that left hand.
Yeah.
Right? He's going to make him pay, bro, and he's going to work the body. And I think from one round to the other, man, everybody's going to wonder, well, why does Porter look so tired? It's going to be those body shots, right? Do you think Porter can work the body on Spence?
I think he will throw body shots. Porter is he's not a one-handed fighter, and he's not a headhunter. He does go up and down. You know what I'm saying? He's not a one-trick pony. He will try other things, he does have some range to his game. It's just not the most appealing to the eyes. That's why most people think Porter can only do one thing. But no, he showed us range to his game before. I think his best performance was against Malignaggi, but the biggest thing is that we're used to seeing Sean Porter smother his own work because he gets so close. And Malignaggi was bagging away from him when Sean was coming forward. So he was always in range to hit Malignaggi at the end of his shots. That's why he was able to put Malignaggi down and not necessarily the other fighters that he's fought. But yeah, he's gonna throw some body shots, and like I said, it's hard to hit Errol Spence flush with any shot because he don't give up nothing. In
Yeah.
the his arm, he puts him where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
always protecting himself.
And if you start hitting him, he makes adjustments like in the
On the fly,
John
right?
Brook fight. Yeah.
One thing I will give Sean Porter is he fought 4 southpaws as a professional, and he's beaten all of them. And I think we do need to take that in consideration. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we have to read on him.
But back to your point, Ashy, Southpaws have the advantage, man. Because how many Orthodox fighters has Errol Spence beat?
All of them, I believe. Everybody he fought was. I don't think he's faced another southpaw.
Yeah, because Southpaws have no problem fighting a right-handed dude boxer
at all. That's all they know more than anything.
So it's going to be interesting, man. It's this fight's going to be fun to watch. I believe this is one of the best. I don't know if you agree with this. One of the best boxing pay-per-view cards on paper, anyway, that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can't wait to see it. I got prior engagements that I'm willingly gonna not attend so I can make sure I don't miss one part of this card. And I really don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Boxing comes first, man. Fuck that.
This dude ain't going to his best friend's wedding, bro. Like, I don't know what's going on with you.
I got sick over all of a sudden, man. I ain't gonna be able to make it.
Well, hey, it happens. Look, man, I don't know if you've ever heard of my boxing story series, but dude, I didn't go to my cousin's quinceañera. Okay, I didn't go to a cousin's wedding. No. At a cousin, I swear to God, true story. At a cousin's wedding, we put the fight at the wedding. Right?
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, the bride wasn't happy about it, but the groom was. Right?
Probably all the dudes in the house was happy about it.
My cousin was pissed. She was like, "This is my wedding," and
you know how women are.
But her husband, her dad, her own dad was in for it. Okay.
Yeah, time of their life, probably.
We were watching a fight, and then the fight was over, and then we just proceeded.
That's a great wedding then.
Okay, that's what you get for. All right, that's what you get for planning your wedding. Okay, on a boxing date, right?
Yeah, or marrying a boxing fan.
No, wait, the same cousin, okay, had her quinceañera when Vargas fought De La Hoya. Okay. Like, no one, my own grandpa wasn't there when he was supposed to dance with his granddaughter. Okay. All right. He was watching a fight. He snuck out. Okay. I swear to God. I have, by the way, you guys could go to my playlist, boxing stories, and check those out, man. Okay. I've told the stories before. Great stuff. Okay. The bride dad they didn't give a damn.
Oh, right? Shit.
Yeah, boxing's first.
Fight too.
Yep. So, hey. I had another cousin that got married when Marcus fought Pacquiao the third time. Like, I showed up, but like the bride and groom weren't even there anymore. Like, people were still dancing and shit. Like, hey, what's up? Who are you? Yeah. But that's that, man. Great show, Ashy. Great show.
Likewise.
Check out the notes. All right. And another show's on the books. Make sure you guys tune in. Tuesdays, a puncher's chance with Ashy Knuckles. Visit the website, mandatorydefense.com. All right. Check out the articles. All right. Check them out. And there's nothing wrong with clicking on an ad. Honestly, like if it just happened to click on it,
yeah,
what it is. Okay. All right, man. Ashy, any final thoughts before we roll out?
Oh, man, I just can't wait to. I want to see how these guys look at the weigh-in and. Just to see, if they've been really putting in that work. And I really want to see that undercard, man. I really want to see the Dirrell Benavidez. I want to see how they look too, man. I expect a great night of fights on Saturday. And let me give a plug for the LDBC, of course. Shout out to the LDBC. And if you in LA, go to Fred's event on Slauson, and you got to go to his channel to get the doggone directions. I don't know. I ain't from LA, but check that out. It should be live.
Barbershop Conversations, right?
Yeah, Barbershop Conversation.
Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to that and check that out for sure. I watched Aloya and Sweet Pea at a Mexican wedding. Look at that. Okay.
Oh,
there was no way like they were gonna skip that fight. Okay.
Yeah. You better be glad De La Hoya got the victory. You may have to sneak out the back door.
There's no rule you can't have a boxing fight at a wedding. You know,
No, no rules at all, man.
I mean, there's always a fight at a wedding anyway, so you might as well have a boxing fight. Might as
That
well watch the professionals do it.
yeah, why not? I go to the wedding if I know they're gonna show a fight.
Yeah.
So
Hey, like they could show the Porter. Just tell them, hey, show Porter, Spence. I'll show up. That's that.
period. You see, I'm skipping my meeting, so damn all that. I'm not missing this for nothing.
Absolutely.
You know?
Shout out to everybody. If I missed anybody in the chat, I apologize. Perfection, what's going on? And Dre, Finest 22. Okay, can't go over every chat. Okay, but that's that. This is DStyleBoxing. What do we say, Ashy?
Keep it boxing.
Keep it boxing. We're out.